to ask him to go around one more time or ask him to hold up. Well, Stephanie catches up with the rest of the pack, and we'll try and get things underway. Okay, she says go. That's about as good a start as you're going to get today, I'm thinking. Now find out which one of these little cars is the Thunder. Well, wallowing her way around the track and leading away is Deborah Marks, car 113, and behind her is Natalie Carter in car number 55. Stephanie Gilk on the track late, but now moved into third place in the 29 car. These are 8-lap events, and the first and second place finishers go on to a ladies A and B trophy dash here in a very few minutes. Deborah Marks, sponsored by Headline Salon and Dorbeck. Not only looks to be wet out there, it looks to be deep as well. And Stephanie Gilk is trying it out. Yeah. Well, Jenny Knopfler got through the water. The problem is she has to do it again. Deborah Marks is still the leader, 113. Natalie Carter in second place in the number 55 car. Continues to negotiate her way through the mud and lead the pack, and that is Deborah Marks. Jenny Knopfler's moved up close now on Natalie Carter in the 55 car. They're running real tight in a 1-2-3 position. It'll be real tough to get around people today. One more lap to go. That's what that white flag means. If you haven't joined us before, see that white flag out? That means there's one more lap to go. Deborah Marks continues to lead, and Natalie Carter continues in second place. About a half a lap to go in this first ladies import race. Well, look out, look out. We could have a change right here. Here she comes. Natalie Carter, she got it. Right at the very last moment, Natalie Carter on the 55 car. Comes out of the mud to take the trophy. She's got a first place, but both her and Deborah Marks will be back for the Trophy A and B dash races. It's going to be difficult today to even get up there and get your trophy or your flag. It's going to be a tough day all the way around. Services, Automotive Incorporated, Stephanie Gilk in car 29, sponsored by Gilk Trucking and Fred Shell, and Andrea Gilbertson, driving car 58, sponsored by Torgerson 4x4 and on Alaska Tire. There's the start. Let's see what happens up here in the north turn. We'll get some action. Hanging on ahead, Heather Smetchler in the 89 car. Bad luck for Brandy Simpson in that 151 car. Now through that south turn. And now number 38. Road right on top. And look out, here comes Andrea Gilbertson, 58. She's got the lead. And now Kayla Hitchcock in the 09 car has moved into second place. So goes Andrea Gilbertson in car number 58, Kayla Hitchcock at the car 09. They're running 1 and 2. Yeah. Well, hello. Got to remove it. Andrea Gilbertson. Andrea's driven a few of these Turkey Derbies. She knows what she's doing out there. Kayla Hitchcock continues in second place in the 09 car. Gilbertson still at number 1, sponsored by Dorcas and 4x4 and our Alaska Tire. Gail Hitchcock continues in second place in the 09 car. Gail is sponsored by LC Fleet Services and Automotive Incorporated. Now problems for Andrea Gilbertson down on the south turn, and your new leader is Kayla Hitchcock. Kayla Hitchcock in the 09 car. It used to be green. It's kind of green and mud brown now. Kayla Hitchcock, 09, she's number 1. And Rose Wright in car number 38 is now moved into second place. Rose Wright. And as if that turn wasn't tough enough, now you have to negotiate two cars that are dead in the water. Well, one anyway. It's 09 and number 38, running 1 and 2. Shailene Patrick able to get her car going again, car number 25. One more lap to go for Kayla Hitchcock. Car 09, here she comes. She made it through that last turn. Sponsored by LC Fleet Services, Automotive Incorporated. There's your winner, Kayla Hitchcock. In car 09. And I'll give you our second place finisher in just a moment. And it looks like it's car number 38, Rose Wright. Rose, sponsored by Radical Radio. Second place. Doreen Linwood. Sponsored by Banky Cafe. Chad Gilk in car 29. Sponsored by Gilk Trucking and Fred Shell. Jim Hunt in car number 6. Sponsored by Aaron's Auto and Anthony and Sons. And car 00. Sponsored by Joe Bowen and Touch Equipment at Lone Oak Trucking. Grab the lead on the north turn. Here we go. It looks like it's Gene Durgan, car number 98. Behind Gene is car 144. That's Mike Apperson. So 98 is the one to catch. Sponsored by Banky Cafe. Mike Apperson in the number 2 car 144. Mike sponsored by AA Auto and Fine Family Motors. Number 98, Gene Durga, still the leader. problem down there on the south turn, but everybody's okay. Jane Durgan is still the leader, number 98. And number 29, Chad Gilt. Sponsored by Gilt Trucking and Red Shell. Chad's in second place. So it's number 98 and number 29. They're running 1 and 2. Number 98 is a full lap ahead of the field at this point. I believe that white flag was for G. Dirk on the 98 car. 1 more lap to go. And we're looking for Gene Durga to take a checker. Yeah, there it is. That's the checker for Gene Durga. Now Chad Gilk has 1 more lap to go. Check out the white flag, Chad. You got 1 more lap to go. 1 more lap for that second place finish for Chad Gilk in the number 29 car. Checkered flag for your second place finisher, Chad Gilk. Car 29. The men's speed Romy dash. Car number 13 driven by Brian Cease. Car 34 driven by Anthony Miles, Chad Gilks in car 29. And Derek Schmessler, I believe, in car 51. Another Derek McKinley. And there's the start. Might have been easier to race hydroplanes out of there today. Brian Cease has got the lead at the moment, but that remains to be seen. Here comes number 34, Anthony Miles. Anthony Miles, car number 34, got the lead. Derek McKinley moves into first place. Second place now belonging to Chad Gilk in the 29 car. Big slowdown here. Look out, here comes Chad Gill, number 29. He's got the new lead. Don't know what happened there with car number 51, Derek McKinley, but evidently the car not running well. 29, Chad Gill. Just kind of moving Brian Cease out of the way, goes around him, but now it's coming back up through the south turn. Boy, they're throwing some water out there now, aren't they? There's a white flag. There's one more lap to go. One more lap to go. Chad Gill to the 29 car. Way wide on the turn. Look out for Derek McKinley in the 51 car. Here he comes. Derek McKinley, car 51. Now through the final turn. And I'm thinking we got a winner here. Number 51, Derek McKinley. Derek McKinley. Coming up, number 25, Patrick Smeltzer. Ken Rasky at car 444. Derek Smeltzer at car number 12. Jason Titus driving car number 89. Chad Giltz in car number 29. And car 121 is driven by Richard Sanders. That's your lineup for this race. As believe it or not, the track is actually dried up a little bit. That still doesn't mean it's dry. Out on top, number 25, Patrick Smeltzer. Sponsored by Fast Track Mobile Injury. Who's going to come out ahead here? Looks like they're caught up there. Number 444, number 12, and 89. Jason Titus got the lead. Jason Titus is your leader in car number 89. Ken Rasky in car 44 is running in second place. Again sponsored by Sandrini Construction and Penny Sandrini Construction. Ken Rasky in car 44, number 2. Chad Gill comes up with the 29 car, trying to overtake Kenny, and not going to do it this time around. The problem is with the number 89 car, your leader, Jason Titus, down there in the south turn. Running gets around the corner. Still holding on to first place. Number 89, Jason Titus. And 444, Kenny Rasky is second. Wow. That was a tough corner. Looks like some sort of a problem for number 89, Jason Titus. Titus of the 89 car, sponsored by Hampton Lumber. And he's the guy in the lead out there right now. Second place looks to be car number 25, which is Patrick Smeltzer. Now Chad Gill gets moved into first place in the 29 car. 29 driven by Chad Gill and Richard Sanders in the 121 car. Battling it out and now, Richard Sanders has moved into first place in car 121. Now back into first place, Chad Gill. Puts way wide. And back comes Richard Sanders in a 121 car. It's still 121 and 29, although you can barely read the numbers. Richard Sanders, car 121. Still got around there. Still in first place. Now the battle for second. Car 121, Richard Sanders. Derek Schmetzler has moved into second place in car number 12. Leader yet. 121 Richard Sanders had some big problems down there. Kind of hooked up with, and there's one lap to go here. But nobody can seem to get around to where the flag is. They're all stuck down there on the south third. Richard Sanders in a 121 car. Jason Titus in car 89. He finally got loose. Car number 12. This is Derek Schmetzler with one lap to go. Now there's one lap to go for Richard Sanders in the 121 car. And just creeping and crawling around out there. These cars just won't go any faster. Yeah, there's your winner. There is your winner. Derek Schmetzler, sponsored by Fast Tracks Mobile Catering, car number 12. Seat lap will feature car 127. Eric Wright, sponsored by All Services Trucking and Tires Incorporated. You'll see car number 5 driven by Derek McKinley, sponsored by CLS Communications and Stanley Store. Santee Services and Dealer Drilling, sponsoring John Santee, and car number 71. Keith Alba in car number 15. That's car number 154. Figure 8 race. John Nichols leading them through here, ladies and gentlemen, as we will see car number 29, Chad Gilk behind the wheel, Mike Apperson driving car 144, Eric Kraus driving car 42, Zach Zuber behind the wheel of car number 35. And there's the reverse race in the mud and the water. Wow. Looks to have a pretty commanding lead here in the 35 car. Chad Gilk in car 29. Second place. That could change right here. Mike Apperson might move into second. Zach Zuber is sponsored by Dan Burns and CarQuest. At this point, Giant be leading the import figure 8 race. To go for number 35, Zach Zuber. White flags out. There's one more lap to go for Zach. He can pick up a win here in the import figure 8 race. Zach Zuber gets the checkered flag in car number 35, winning the import figure 8 race. Zach Zuber.
Yes, sir!
another figure 8 race. John Santee out there in car 71. Wild Bill Holland, car number 5. Derek Smetzler in car number 12. Britton Accolade, car number 20. Patrick Spelter in car 25. Chad Gilk in car 29. Justin Land in car number 46. James Riley in car number 10. That's your lineup. Jason Kennedy in the 50. Started somehow. Kind of tough to start with Britton Hackles, number 20 car down there in the middle of the area, but they did it anyway. Number 10 car. James Riley in car number 10. Right behind him, number 71, John Santee. John Santee taking over the lead. James Riley is second. Number 71, you see out there, that's John Santee. Santee, number 71 car is your leader. Okay, they're going to give John a checkered flag. There it is. He's got it. John Santini wins the figure 8 race right now. He's got it. Good job. We're trying to find out if we have enough small cars to run an import derby for you. And a lot of cars go down today. We know we had a lot of cars here, but a lot of cars are down and can't run. Just trying to ascertain if we actually have enough of them to run a small import derby for you, a final, a destruction derby, and we'll know in just a moment here. Car number 0. Congratulations. Third place went to number 35. Okay, we're going to get the track cleared off and we'll get the other cars out.